So it's.
This is the only reason I.
Did I print out one? It's right there on the top.
Oh, right there. Are you just
So, yep, just cash for minis.
Okay. Are we doing these in order?
Okay, consignment, we're going to start the preview in 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes, and we're going to need to clear the arena. We will start the preview in 4 minutes.
I think I clicked that. Hey, if you want to tell them that I will move downstairs with the barrel checks just a minute.
Barrel racers, the barrel checks, you're going to move downstairs to collect your checks. You can find the table downstairs. Again, we'll start the preview here in 4 minutes. If you're here to watch the horse sale preview, we will do the preview on the north end of the arena, and then we'll move to the south end for the sale ring. So the preview will be on the north end of the arena.
There you go, bud.
Wow.
Awesome.
Want me to carry it? Huh?
Nathan, they're ready for the trailer. Nathan, they need the trailer down the cellar.
I was like, I looked at it and I was like, I'm sure.
Well, I can plug that back in over here and resort it out. That's what I was doing that
Is this your mouse, Marcus? Trying to make sure this doesn't get lost. Yes. And it pops off the top.
So I'll just put a page next to it. I did
Amy!
that too.
Another. We're gonna go to we're gonna go. Please give me that green bag and I'll just throw this.
Okay, for those of you joining us online, we are just about to start our horse preview, streaming live on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. We will be starting here in just a couple minutes, so bear with us. We will be started on the preview shortly.
Look what happens when you get your horses out of their stall.
Yeah. I like when Junior was just.
Oh, where did my book go?
That is awesome. Hey, I've never seen that before.
Okay, I'm almost done getting stuff out of your way. Now we're not as big of a pain.
I'm in pretty good shape now.
Okay.
There's some of these.
It never got open, I don't even think so.
Okay, consigners, can we please clear the arena and be ready to go in catalog order? We're going to try to move through this fairly quick so that we can start the sale on time. We will do 2 horses at a time coming in from the north end. Also, consigners, just so you know, different than my last text I sent out, we are going to enter from the north end for the sale as well. So we can close the door on the south end. It's affecting lighting on our live stream. So just so you know, we will be coming in out of the north end for everything.
If we can try to follow the best we can with our camera.
I will. Do you have is it a manual only? Or is there a...
It's manual. And if you zoom, it's fine. If you zoom, it's a lot of focus. So we gotta stick with that. Because it is live.
Okay.
Okay, let's get started with our preview. We are going to start with hips number 1 and 2.
Yes, I wrote it on this.
Hip number 1 is Lowell Murata Doc. This is 2003 AQHA stallion brought to us by QO Performance Horses out of Walden, Colorado. Lowell Murata Doc is by Master Murata, by Freckles Murata, by the great Freckles Playboy, also Peppy Sand Badger on the top. On the bottom,
Just so
He is out of Annalee Dock by Summit Dock by the Great Dock Bar, and also Royal Wheel on the top. So here's a pedigree that is bred to be a cow horse from every direction. He's a stallion. He's still got life left in. If you're looking for something to supplement your breeding program over the next couple of years, he's great for that. He's also, you can see him right out. He's got the pedigree that's going to draw attention. The breeding program, Doc is an outstanding son, the great master Murata, and one of the best producing. Doc is double broke with a big stop, a huge sliding stop. Doc is finished roll horse that rolls both ends. Doc is also gentle. You don't hardly know he's a stud hauling in a trailer next to a mare, and he's a gentleman. He lets his kids ride this horse. That's how gentle he is. Doc has produced several colts that went into the World Show and headed and healing and calf roping. Don't miss out on an opportunity to own son of a money earner. Every horse on Doc's papers is a money earner of some sort. Every horse on his papers is a money earner. So here's a great opportunity to have a very well-bred stud with a life left in him to go both ride, grow, and breed. Hit number 2 is Mickey. It's a 2012 Craig gelding, consigned by 6 Shooter Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. Mickey's 15 hands. He's 8 years old, grew a gelding. He's built like a Mack truck. This guy is smart and willing. Wants something that will get a day's work done, or just look dang good out on the trails. Mickey's the one. Trails, cows, traffic, water, heck, he's seen it all. Quality built the way one should be, with a color everyone desires. This is a nice, good-looking, solid hip on him. Grinding out, these are 2 nice horses to start out our sale. I mentioned in hip number 1's, right up, he talked about his kids riding them. I saw his kids out handling this horse the other day in the midst of an entirely new environment with mares around, leading around with no issues. I also know with 6 Shooter, they've been excited about Mickey, and boy, there's one that's going to catch everybody's eyes if you're looking for one, and he's gentle and doesn't go to a job for their rider. Okay, you'll want to make a note. Hit number 3 is a scratch for this cell. We expect him in the future cell. He's recovering from an injury, not a major one, but he will be back in the future cell. Hit number 4 and 5. Hit number 4 is Ernie. He's a 2004 Mustang gelding, brought to us by Carl Ackerman out of Alliance, Nebraska. He's 14 hands. Carl says, who doesn't want a broken, super gentle, easy to be around BLM gelding? We all do. Ernie is a registered 14-hand, 900-pound trail deluxe. His age doesn't show him slowing down, and he travels and moves out great all day long. He's super soft in the bit, has a stop to turn around. Ernie has been ridden all summer in the feedlot. He has many play dates with kids and beginners. He's roped doctor calves in the feedlot as well. He bathes, ties, shoes, hauls, great. This is Trail Deluxe, awesome and fun to ride and be around. We will know he is a registered Mustang in a registry. I don't remember the registry right off, but we do have that. Carl's got the paperwork on it. Hit number 5, I think we're going to see later, but not going to preview. Hit number 6 is coming in celebrating right now. Hit number 6 is Taxi. It's 2013 Andalusian Cross Gelding, brought to us by JR Livestock out of Weezer. This is a 15-hand, absolutely awesome gelding. He's beautiful to look at, gentle as a lamb. He's by an Andalusian stud and out of a quarter horse mare. He stands 15 hands tall, weighs 1,200 pounds with good bone and nice round feet. He's been rode on and off the trails extensively, a very friendly horse that loves people. Taxi has been ridden in parades and does great with all the commotion. Here's a really cool horse that you will not see every day. I think this is the first Andalusian cross we've seen in one of our sales, and we've got 2 of them today, which we were very excited to see. This is a cool looking horse. You can see he's got a nice handle. Jerry sent us a great video. I'm going to mention real quick that if you haven't been on and seen the videos, most of these horses have videos up. You can go watch on our website. They're all posted
on smbhorsesells.com. They're also in the Optria site under the catalog. If you go, there's the links for them. So we're excited about hip number 6. We're excited about hip number 4. We do feel like every sale will just keep getting better and better selection of horses, and this is no different. We've got a great, great selection of horses today that we're very excited about. Brad, go ahead and come out with hip number 5. I wasn't sure you were coming. Hip number 5 is Heart. This is a 2008 Great Gelding brought to us by 40 horses from Parma, Idaho. Heart is 14 hands, is very kind and gentle with no bad habits. He's 1,050 pounds, perfect for any person around the road. You can go out and rope him, do gymkhana, open Cole's gates, work a cow line, ranch or parade. He's done both. He is pretty and he is handy. No buck, easy to show, roads and halls. A little horse for a big person, a perfect size for a smaller person. He's legged up, ready to go to work for you. This is a cool little horse I've been watching since I got here a couple days ago. He just settled in nice and has great temperament. You can see how he moves. He's eye-catching. I know we had quite a bit of attention on him on Facebook. He's just a cool-looking little horse, and as Brad says, he's dried up. He's that size that for a smaller person, it's easy to get on and off, but for a bigger person, he's still going to carry you. He's good for all around. Got a pretty head, got a good handle. Nice horse. Here's hip number 7 coming in the salary. Hip number 7 is Hercules. This is a 2007 Great Gelding brought to us by Keaton Phillips out of Ontario, Oregon. Hercules is 15 hands. He's a finished head horse that has been in many jackpots and rodeos. Hercules has been on ranch run, ridden down the trail by a number of people he's go-to. This gelding is sure to turn heads anywhere you go. I've mentioned this on some of our live feeds. You don't see very many buckskin paints. We got 2 of them today. This is also a horse that went out. If you watched the trail challenge the other night, he did half the extreme trail challenge bridleless. He also did the team sorting on this horse. So this is a good, nice, solid all-around horse. As we're going through here and we're entering horses, I want to make sure and thank our sponsors and ask everybody to take a look at the catalog. We've got a lot of great sponsors that support us. We've got a lot that support us on every sale now. Please take a look at them. I'll be talking about some of them as we go through here. But we've got a great bunch of sponsors, and as I heard in the barrel race, please support them as they support us, so we can get mutual benefit from those sponsors. Hip number 8, I was just given a note, is going to be a scratch. So we will move on to hip number 9 and 10. Hip number 9 is James Hollywood Twist. This is a 2012 AQHA gelding brought to us by 6 Shooter Livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. He is by Playboy's Wistset, by Shiloh Riz, by the great Top Sale Riz. Also Playboy's Yo-Yo on the top. You can go back to Freckles Playboy there. On the bottom, out of Holly Twist Badger by M.R. Holly Jack by Hollywood Jack 86. Also Peppy Sam Badger on the top. So again, here's another pedigree that's just full of cow horses, ranching horses, roll horses. All around, they're just a pedigree full. Bert is 15 hands, he's 8 years old.
Yes.
He's as gentle and as pretty as he is pretty, with names like Top Sellers, Peppy Sam Badger on his papers. You know you got a rein. Bert is a nice one-hand rein and get it down and drag his butt low. Bert has been out on many miles and trails and pushed a lot of black cattle. He stays broke and gentle.
That's one today, right? Night.
Okay, hit number 10. We just made an adjustment for those online. Hopefully it made it a little bit better on the sound. We made a mic adjustment that hopefully will make it better for you. Hit number 10 is Scooby. This is a 2009 Granny Gelding, brought to us by Cobb Mountain Horses and Mules out of Leisure, Idaho. Scooby is 15-1 hands, he's raised on the ranch, he's never left. He's always had a job. Scooby is extremely quiet, easy and smooth. He is happy to do any job that is thrown his way. He is a horse that can be turned out for long periods of time and stay broke. Scooby has a really fancy handle on him and can turn around like a top and will slide stop. Anyone can ride him and enjoy Scooby. He's very safe and gentle, super easy going gelding that loves attention and is fun to own. Here's another one that was in the trail course as well as out on the team sorting. Did both events. Hopefully you got a chance to see that. I know we live streamed both. So there was opportunity there to see him. Okay, moving on to hit number 11 and 12. Hit number 11 is Copper Roni. This is a 2015 AQHA gelding brought to us by Gene Hettenved and the HQHA Ranch with Quentin Osborne as agent. The HQHA Ranch is in Robinson, North Dakota. Copper Roni is by Rolling Jack's Copper, by the great High Rolling Roni by Roni Prairie. Also, High Rolling Roni again on the top side. On the bottom, out of Rolling Rocket Bar by Fire Me a Winner by Taylor Tibio, and also High Rolling Roni again on the bottom. This is a 15 hand, slick and cool looking gelding. He weighs 1,150 pounds. They raised this gelding, and Quentin has had him since he was 2-year-old out on the ranch. This is a Ranch Horse Deluxe, from driving calves to fire and doctoring big yearlings. Slick has been absolutely willing. Right all over the mountains too. This young gelding is handy size and should fit most drivers. We've had several of these horses from the HQH ranch ourselves now. Everybody that's bought them loves them. They got great disposition, great build. Quentin does a great job with them. We're always excited to see their horses here in our show. This is no exception. I know talking with Quentin too, that he's really like this horse. Hit number 12 is Bill. This is a 2012 Great Gelding brought to us by Carl Ackerman out of Lyons, Nebraska. Bill's 14-2 hands, 1,150 pound flashing gelding. He's super gentle and he is super up to please any caliber of rider. Bill's super athletic but laid back and can be super soft in the face. He has nice, collected, powerful stop and is super responsive to riding around with a fancy broke demeanor. Bill bathes shoes, backs out of the trailer, hauls with ease. He's first to meet you in the pen or pasture and is wanting to be in your back pocket. Bill is currently being used in a 7,000, he has been being used in a 7,000 head feedlot and has been used for tons of aspects of range work. He's ready for any direction, whether it's in the arena, feedlot, trail, or range. Carl's been bringing horses into ourselves for, I think, about 3, maybe 4 years now. Always has great selection. It's always been used out on the ranch and feedlot as well. This is a cool looking gelding. I like his color, I like his head, I like the handle that these guys get on these horses. Another nice horse from Carl. Moving on to hit number 13 and 14. Hit number 13 is Bonita. This is a 2012 grade mare brought to us by Virginia Carlisle of Teasdale, Utah. She's 14-1 hands. She's an 8-year-old grade mare. She's been good to be around. Shoes, trailers great, rides out on the trails by herself. Has been with 2 elite performance horses for about 5 months. And has been there up to now in sell time. She's tracking cattle, working the flag, getting ready for ranch versatility classes. A nice mare that they brought us and got a good start to go get into the cutting. Hit number 14 is Gooseberry Booker, brought to us by Arnold Horses, the 2015 AQHA gelding. Gooseberry Booker is by Booker, Word Dew by C. Booker Red by C. Badger 71. Also, NR Diamond Dew on the top. On the bottom, out of Gooseberry Booker by Frosty Drifting by Frosty Top Also, Valentine Gray, Toronto on the bottom. Ranchers and Ropers, pay attention to the seabird red up there on the top. This is a 15-2 hand. Goose is gray, big stout, and gentle delving. Goose has been on the rock, solid, has been rock solid for them while they've owned you. He's good to mount on the trail, drives well in the marine, and very easy low. Good stop, moves off your leg, he'll side pass, ride around the rope. They've been using him in the mountains, checking and moving cows. He goes anywhere you're pointing. He's stout enough to pack any rider that can climb on his back. He's got a quiet, sweet personality, likes attention. He's been roped on. He will always walk out loose on the rein. He's been packed on. He stands good. He's solid for the farrier and will haul and travel well. They really like good, solid made using gelding. They really like this good, solid using gelding. They're confident whoever gets him will enjoy him for many years to come. I watched her ride out to the checking station today, right back on him with a halter and a lead rope. He just acted like he'd been here a million times. We talk all the time about you get these horses in this environment. It's new, it's different, it's banners hanging on the arena, there's lights, there's shade, there's trailers going around, there's wind blowing. You see these horses, how the disposition is. I've always said, if you want to see the horse at the worst, take him to an event or a sale, and you can see the horse of them, and you can see how these are riding around. And I watched her ride across there back with a halter and lead rope swing, like the horse has been here a million times.
Is there anything?
I mentioned our sponsors. I want to talk about one of them real quick. So, Canada Hospital, we want to thank Dr. Ballard for coming and being an on-site vet. They've supported us here at Painwich every time we've had a cell. They're great to work with. I know they come over to Painwich a lot. Besides over in Canada, they service the whole area. If you're looking for a good vet in the area, please remember Canada Veterinary Hospital and Dr. Ballard. Okay, moving on to hip number.
Everyone that has a dollar amount is sponsored with other events for this event. I don't know if you want to have
Hip number 15 and 16. Hip number 15 is I'm a Tiny Smart Dumb, 2008 AQHA gelding brought to us by Maria Childs out of Orland, Wyoming. I'm a Tiny Smart Dumb is by I'm Done Smart by the Great Smart Chickalina, also by the Great Smart Littlelina. Also Docatina on the top. On the bottom, out of Tiny Tubelina by Poke Smoke Gold, by Haswell Pope, and Lena's Leo on the bottom. This is 14 hands, 12-year-old gelding. Teddy is her toddler's best friend. He has an in-your-pocket personality and as sweet as they come, loves kids. Might be the most tolerant gentle horse they have had. Although Teddy is gentle, he is also quick and chatty. When asked, and they would not suggest him for an unsupervised beginner. Teddy is a fun little horse to soar on, loves cattle. He has been all over the mountains and started on barrel pattern. He started tracking the calf roping dummy. His pastures rope calves, moved cattle on hills, and has run flags in the rodeo. Teddy is soft and a nice handle. Teddy is home son of I'm Done Smart, who has $4,424 in earnings, and his names on his papers like Smart Chickalina, who has over $167,000 in lifetime earnings, and Smart Littlelina, who has over $743,000 in lifetime earnings, and a producer of over $42 million. He has pedigree of athleticism, disposition, for anything you put in front of him. Maria does a great job with these horses, uses them on the ranch out in Wyoming. She's been through college and a horse training program. She does a great job, and we're always excited to see her horses as well. Hip number 16 is Hot DR Peppy. This is a 2009 AQHA gelding brought to us by 6-year livestock out of Blackfoot, Idaho. Hot DR Peppy is by Little Sorrel Peppy, by the Great Peppy Sandbagger, by the Great Mr. Sandbagger. Also Skido on the top. On the bottom, Star Bar Scotty by Scotty Hoskins by Doc's Golden Rod. Also Dial Loki Quick on the bottom. This is a 14-3 hand gelding. Buckle is what they call him. He's a grandson of Peppy Sandbagger on the top side, Scotty Hoskins on the bottom side. He's a nice riding family horse, trails cows, any way you want. He should fit in right. He's easy to catch, gentle, and friendly to be around. I was out when I was out helping a number when they brought this horse out. Another one again, you watch all this environment that is different to them, and just the way he carried himself, I was impressed with his disposition. 6-year always brings a lot of horses that have been exposed to a lot of things, and you know that they're going to have good dispositions. Okay, I also want to thank everybody that sponsors, besides just our selling our catalog, the Cowboy Day sponsor. We got Garfield Memorial Hospital, Big Fish Restaurant, English Mercantile and Anglers, South Central, Rocky Mountain Power, Silver Eagle, and Subway, Canada Hospital, and Kenny's Race. These guys contribute a lot of money to help for all of these events. They contribute money to the payout and the competitions. We want to thank them for helping make this possible. Moving on to hit number 17 and 18. I see 18 coming in. I'll start with him. I'll go back to 17 and 19. Hit number 18 is Teddy. This is 2015 Great Gelding, brought to us by 4D Ranches out of Parma, Idaho. Teddy's a 5-year-old, 15-1 hand well rope, and usable gelding. He's dark blood bay and with enough light on his face to draw attention wherever you go. He will doctor calves outside or drag them to the fire. He's also handy for the healer. He's very responsive on his legs cues and soft in the face. Teddy is good to load and shoes like a horse should. He does great on the trails. He's a good young family horse. Most anybody can ride. This is one of the horses when I saw it coming in. I really like this horse. I like just the look of him. I like his disposition. We own horses that came from Bradford that we really liked. This is just another nice horse that has brought us and a good opportunity to have a good, nice, solid gelding that has been out and used on the ranch. Hit number 17. This is Rico. This is a 2006 Great Gelding brought to us by Adrian Badera. Oh, I'm sorry, 19. Go ahead, 19. When we see 17, we will do it. Hit number 19 is who came in. This is Bruce. This is a 2009 Great Gelding brought to us by Compound Horses and Mules. Bruce is 15-2 hand, 11-year-old chestnut gelding that stands 15-2 hands and weighs 1,300 pounds. He's good, super good looking, big enough to pack anyone and get all the jobs done. He's really easy, nice head, big body, big shaped body. The best thing about Bruce is that he's double gentle. And then absolutely anybody can ride him. Throw your kids on him, your husband that rides once a year, your buddies that will never ride. He will take care of them. Bruce has been trailing a lot on lead and packed streams throughout the mountains. He's super friendly. Horse that's easy to catch, great manners, good to shoot, load and tack up. He's been used extensively on our ranch, nothing bothers him. A really safe, good using horse. I know the cops gather and ship their cattle in July. When they were gathering this year, I know Matt put somebody, he told me, had only ridden, I think, twice in their life on this horse, and went out and gathered on him for 3 days. So that should tell you a little bit about how he's doing.
We can go back to this with the echo.
We can probably plug that back in.
So let's plug that back in.
Okay, hit number 20 and 21 right in. While I get started, I want to also thank Jorgensen's Power Sports, who's been a catalog sponsor in every one of our catalogs this year. They had a vendor booth at our February sale. They may be back there next February. Anybody in this area should know who Jorgensen's is. They're great to deal with. They got horse trailers, camp trailers, flatbed trailers, utility trailers, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, boats, outdoor stuff, guns, ammunition, reloading supplies. A little bit of everything when you're in Richfield. If you're there, go stop in and say hi and thank you for advertising our catalog. Hit number 20. This is Wyoming, WYO, a Nick of Time. This is 2013 HOHA gelding brought to us by J. Earl Livestock out of Hoosier, Idaho. He is by L. Scottish Nick, by Scudder Tom, by Scudder Scott. Also TJ 3 bars on the top. On the bottom, it's got a WYO bath bubbles, also by Royals Indulgence by Royal Tailwind. Also preferred pay on the bottom. This is a 15-1 hand. He's a general ranch and trail gelding. He's beautiful, well put together. He rides confidently on his own or with a friend. He loves all shoes and clips great. Real crosses water with downfall and ease. He's been ranched on out in the Arizona desert and is very sure-footed. He's the type of horse that can be turned out for a vacation and still be the same when you catch him back up. He's gentle and beautiful, a great combination to add to your barn. Hip number 21 is Gray Bar Scamp. This is a 2004 HOHA gelding. This is one of our horses, SMB performance horses. He is by Dainty Dark Dandy, by Lombard Dandy, by Lombard Go. Also Call Me Scamper on the top. On the bottom, out of NL Gray Scamp by Hal D. Silverman, by TJ Super Jack. Also Call Me Scamper on the bottom. Scamper 16 hands is a big solid gelding with a kind eye. He has been used mainly as a trail horse over the last 4 years, taking trips to Yellowstone and other backcountry areas. He spent this summer on a large ranch with Quentin Osborne where he was used checking calves out and cows around the fence. He will be legged up and ready to go on the ranch or up in the mountains to gather or all out on the hunts by now. Scamper is a big solid shoulder, a big solid hip, and big enough to pull a truck. I know when we got him out there to Colorado, Quentin talked about his daughter's been out and riding, working cows, and got along well with him. He rides around good and soft in general. We really liked him, and just a big solid horse with plenty of life left in him. Okay, hit number 22 and 23. Hit number 22 is True Painted Moonshine. This is a 2017 APHA gelding brought to us by Brett Sadie out of Jensen, Utah. This horse is sired by Rolling Moonshine, by Cat's Moonshine, by a very high-bar cat. Also, Rolling is legend on the top. On the bottom, out of Jet's Painted Candy, by Dexter Painted Candy, by Salty Bruiser, and Chester Jet on the bottom. There's 15 hands, his fancy bay and white gelding can really cover the country and has a lot of outside miles. He can really walk, routes nice circles, and being worked on bridles and bulls. His colt mirrors as nice as anything he's ever rode. He has a great cutting breeding top and some good old running blade paint blood on the bottom. This is by Brett's stud. We saw him run the barrels on that stud today. We saw him in the trail course on that stud the other night. If you're not familiar with this stallion, it is one heck of an all-around horse with a lot of talent and produces a great offspring. This will be no exception. Brett's been riding the horse all summer. Does a great job with these horses. Hit number 23 is Pretty Boy. This is a 2015 Grand Cross gelding brought to us by 6-Year Livestock. Pretty Boy is 1,500 pounds of pure awesomeness. He's 15 hands. He is half linear quarter horse cross. His sire was a quarter horse with all the ranch bloodlines. His mom was a half linear. Pretty Boy has been on several hundred trail rides. He's been in shortings. He shows potential as a cow horse. This is the nicest colored, coolest looking horse you'll find. They own both the mom and the dad, raised this horse from birth, and he's been truly amazing everything he's been worked with. Can't get any more unique than this Mr. Pretty Boy. He's 100% sound and healthy. He also was in sorting yesterday and did some sorting. I know I've talked with him a lot about this horse. I've talked to others that have worked with this horse that just said he's really incredible. He's only 5, he's got his whole life ahead of him. He's going to catch everybody's eye. This is the kind that could be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of horse. We got several of those today, but we've been watching all summer. This is a cool horse.
Is this your spoon? Okay, I forgot.
Just say it's Reed's.
Is your computer over there? Do you want to go grab it? Can I use that computer? Yes.
Okay, we'll talk about another sponsor. We got MC Horses and Tack that's sponsoring our catalog. They also have a vendor booth out here in their trailer, so watch for them. We want to thank them again too for supporting. Hit number 24 and hit number 25. Hit number 24 is Buzz. This is 2007 Great Devil, brought to us by Carl Ackerman. Buzz is a 16-1 hand, 1,250-pound big gentle giant for any caliber of rider. Buzz is a super kid bro, but can also be used for an everyday job. He has packed many people around on the trails. He's been in many brandings and ropings. He has headed many steers and been used on the ranch and feedlot. And is a feedlot deluxe horse. He's a horse you can let sit for months and bring him in and throw a kid on him, jump on him yourself and go. Buzz backs out of the trailer and loads, hauls with ease, ties well, shoes with ease. He's a super soft in the face, has a nice turnaround and a decent stop. They can't express enough how broken gentle this horse is. Tip number 25. This is No Yes Ladies Hickory. This is 2018 AQHA gelding brought to us by Don and Linda Noyce out of Milford, Utah. He's by Chick's Hickory Badger, by the Great Smart Chickalina, by Great Smart Little Lena, also by Doc's Hickory on the top. What a pedigree on the top right there. On the bottom, out of EXP for You by Expensive Proposition by Banker's Saddle, also by Winchester Dandy on the bottom. This is a big athletic sorrel gelding with lots of chrome. He's bred with speed and cow sense. Note that on the catalog there's an update. He now has 50 rides on him. Catalog says 15, but they've been riding hard or a lot for the last month. He's got 50 rides on him now. He's never tried to buck. He shoes good, trailers, he's easy to catch. This is a nice young gelding that you can take and finish out to do anything on. Sarah, can you come to the crow's nest, please, Sarah? Okay, moving on to hit number 26 and 27. Hit number 26 is Yogi. This is a 2015 draft cross gelding brought to us by KD Performance Horses out of Ballard, Utah. Yogi's 15-2 hands. He's a cool big draft cross. He's great on the trails and you can ride him all day. He rides around like a little horse and is smooth throughout his gaits, his side passes and trailers well. He's a great age and ready for a job. Wade does a great job with these horses. Another one that we just are always excited to see what he's going to bring when he comes to our sales. This is no exception. You can see how he's got him flexing and working off his feet there. Just a good, nice, solid gelding. He's big, he's solid if you need to go doctor a cow or a bull. He's 4, so there's a typo in there. So he's a 2016. Making a note in your catalog, he's actually 4 years old. Okay, hit number 27. This is Hallmark Badger. This is a 2007 AQHA gelding brought to us by 7J Livestock out of Malta, Idaho. He's by J. Bar Catalyst, by Terrace Catalyst, by Doc Tars, also Doc's Jack Spratt on the top. On the bottom, out of Macy's Deck, by Dry Silver, by the Great Dry Dock, also Putin's Haley on the bottom. He's 14-3 hands, he's 13 years old, he's done all aspects of ranch work. They call him Diesel. He's dead broke and kid approved. He's been used extensively in merino, barrels, poles, and goat tying. He's better suited for a smaller kid due to his size. They've owned him since he was a 3-year-old. He spins, has a good job, has a good stop, and gentle and can be. Have the wife ride him or the kids. Don't miss out on this good gelding. I know that he told me that I think one of his daughters used this horse for high school rodeo or Little Buckaroo, one of those. So been out and done it. Good, nice, solid, nice pedigree, good looking. You can see how he's carrying his head, working off her feet. There's two really good, nice horses. Again, we're just excited about the mix of horses in this sale. Okay, we also want to talk about, again, our saddle as we're going through sponsors. We've got the saddle down here in front of the sales desk. That saddle will be presented to the buyer of the high-selling horse today. So whoever buys the high-selling horse today will get that Corny saddle. We have 8 saddle sponsors that contribute to that. The first one we want to talk about is QO Performance Horses and HQH Ranches. I mentioned when we showcased one of the horses, they've got a great program. They're working together. We're always excited to see their horses coming. Quentin does a great job getting a handle on them, and Gene's got a great program up there in North Dakota. So please, if you see him, thank him for contributing to that saddle. Moving on to hit number 28. This is Avery's Little Finn. 28 and 29, sorry. Hit number 28 is Avery's Little Finn. This is a 2006 registered draft cross. He is registered with a draft cross registry. Brought to us by Cobb Family Horses and Mules. He is by DW Digging the Little Dock, by IR Little Britches on the top. On the bottom, out of Avery Branch, Cali, by Willow Brook Mark. If I remember right, I believe the top side is quarter horse and the bottom side is the draft cross. But I may be wrong on that, so don't quote me. He is every bit of 17 hands. I was standing out next to him today. He's almost as tall as I am. He is 14 years old, 17 hands, Belgian paint gelding cross. Sorry, the top side is paint. Avery is a big, gentle teddy bear. He's extremely friendly. He loves attention. He's very safe. Just about anybody can ride him. He's been used out on the trails, in the feedlot, and the ranch. He is one of those that's hard to find kind of horses that turns head everywhere he goes. Avery has seen countless miles outside on hunting, fishing trips in the mountains. He has also moved cattle, and none of them are too big for him, and will go for him to go to the horn with. Avery is definitely a BFG, big friendly giant. Avery has great rein and will lope in circles around the arena, and he's very unique and one of a kind. Give me just a second. 29, we're dealing with the technical. Okay, sorry, I had to fix that on the live stream. Hit number 29 is DEQ Shining Fortune. This is 2010 AQHA building, brought to us by RMO Horses out of Midway, Utah. He is by Cookies, Fortune Jet, by Cookie Monster, etc., by Cookie County, etc. Also par 3 on the top. On the bottom, Lazy Rose's Xena 301 by Genuine Doc Alina, by Genuine Doc. Also the Great Shining Spark on the bottom. This is a 14 3-hand 2010 gelding. He is one classy made smoky buckskin gelding. He's got chrome color for the looks and shape you want on a horse. He is nice made gelding that will ride broke like a broke horse should. He's in the prime of his life. He will stay broke, and is the ride when you need him tight. The ride when you need him tight. Ride him when you need him tight. I'm sorry. He is done it all. You can catch him in the deepest, darkest canyons. You can rope either end on him out of the box. You can use him on the ranch or go to a local sorting ranch versatility show. He's been used in ski joring events and clocked the fastest time of 150 out of 150 plus teams. He's got the looks in the world and is great to shoot, easy to catch, and pasture, good around all other horses. No fights, will saddle up the same way every time. Those are two of the greatest horses in this sale. We've got a bunch, again, nice ones, but there's two very unique, nice, great geldings there. Okay, as next two come in, I want to mention another one of our saddle sponsors is Remount Protein Powder. If you're not familiar with them, they are up around the Weiser, Oregon, Idaho and Oregon area. It's a 5-in-1 supplement. Check out their catalog ad if you're looking for something for a supplement on your horse. They got some great benefits in that supplement. So hit number 30 and 31. Hit number 30 is I'm Getting It Done. This is 2013 AQHA gelding brought to us by Laura Hanson out of Blackfoot, Idaho. I'm Getting It Done is by Cartel's Feature by Corona Cartel, by Holland Ease, also Truckle Feature on the top. On the bottom, out of Eyes of Cruising, by Special Legend, by Special Effort, and Power Train as well on the bottom. So if you're looking for some speed breeding, there it is right there. This is a 15-3 hand. They call him Crockett. He's a 2013 registered gelding. He's been lightly started on the barrels and shows real potential. He hasn't been pushed. He has a nice handle on him and a good hard stop. Crockett has been for lots of trail rides and been behind cattle on a gathering. He's a catch anywhere kind of horse that stays broke. But don't forget, Corona Cartel is his granddad. He was bred to go fast, yet has a gentleness to him that lets him ride slow. If you're a barrel racer roper or just a weekend rider, you'll want to check him out. This is a good, nice. I was looking at him this morning. It's another one that I numbered. I really like the way he's put together. Barrel racers, I hope you're paying attention. Ropers, if you're looking for a head horse, there's a good option there. Hit number 31 is Vintage Peppy. This is another one of our horses. Vintage Peppy is by the Great Hollywood Vintage, by the Great Hollywood Dunnet, by the Great Hollywood Jack 86, also Peppy Sand Badger on the top. On the bottom is our Little Major Peppy by Little Rough Peppy by Peppy Sand Badger again, and also Major Bonanza on the bottom. Peppy was the cornerstone of our breeding program. He has a pedigree of proven performance sires on his paper, including Hollywood Vintage, Hollywood Dunnet, Peppy Sand Badger, and Major Bonanza. We used him as our main stallion in our breeding program for 3 years before deciding to get out of breeding. Since being gelded in early 2019, he got a 45 ride tune-up with Matt Bailey, then went to work on the ranch with Quentin Osborne, where he's been used on the ranch in the banding pen, doctoring, riding fences, and started on trailing the hot hills. He has almost 18 months of working on the ranch now and has started into roping lightly. Peppy is extremely athletic and has the makings to finish out into a heel breakaway or calf horse. He is in his prime due to his years as a stud, not being ridden hard as a youngster. He has great disposition, and even as a stud, our kids could go out and catch and handle him without issue. He's friendly and loves attention. We really love this horse and like this horse. When we shut down our breeding program, we just couldn't justify keeping him around. Quentin's done a good job over the last 18 months riding. I know early this summer he was Quentin's go-to horse as he was getting out and getting some other younger horses started. He's just come a long, long ways. He's got all the potential in the world. We hope somebody sees it like we did because we really want him to go on and become his full potential. Okay, our next saddle sponsor was just in the celery in a preview just a minute ago. 6-year livestock and Pretty Boy is one of our saddle sponsors. So as you see, 6-year, please thank them for contributing to our sponsor as well. And if you're the buyer of Pretty Boy, remember that he helped contribute to the saddle. Maybe you'll get the saddle when you buy him. Moving on to hit number 32. And 34, hit number 33, if you want to make a note, is a scratch. It's not here. So 32 and 34. Hit number 32 is Rio. This is a 2008 grade gelding brought to us by 40 Ranches out of Parma, Idaho. Rio's 15 hands, 1,200 pounds, 12 years old, and handles like a true bridle horse. He spins, slides to a stop, and will really watch a cow. He's owned him for 5 years and used him on his guest ranch. He's absolutely the mount of choice for guests, helpers on the ranch. Good for anyone from beginners to experienced hands. Rio is good to team rope on and the best horse in the browning pen. He's really pretty and to look at,
and stout and goes all day. Real will do it all. I know talking with Brad this morning, he just talked, couldn't talk enough about how all around this horse is. Talking to Joan, who is Brad's counterpart, I know that she said just anybody can ride. Just a nice, good, you look at his hip, at his head, he's good looking, he's well put together. Another great, nice horse from 40 ranches. We're always excited again to see what they bring us. Hip number 34 is Miss Juana's Tibio. This is a 2017 AQHA mare brought to us by Mike Minton out of Gunnison, Utah. She is by Juana's Dry Tibio, by Taylor Tibio Jr., by Taylor Tibio, also by Juana Alina on the top. On the bottom, out of Benjanita Prom, by Super Benji Prom, by Super H Bars, also Simon Pure on the bottom. She's 14-3 hands, fancy little filly. She's great disposition and very athletic. She has the breeding to go in any direction and has started on the flag and showing a lot of ability. Would make a good standout broodmare later on. Her mother has a top producing mare for them. A lot of these horses are bred by Mike and his dad, and then Mike starts them, and Mike's another one we're always happy to see come. He does a great job on these horses and they get used. And they have a nice breeding program with him and his dad. So if you're looking for a good young prospect, there's one that you can go use and down the road get some foals out of. I'll just point out too over here again, I can't talk enough about how this environment for horses is always a challenge. There's always a lot of new going on. You just watch Brad come out, look at that horse spin, but you watch him work around and then he goes over there and sits and stands. That tells you a lot about a horse when you can just stop and sit and they'll stand there and not move. He's paying attention to what Brad's asking. That's a telltale that the horse is paying attention to the rider and doing what he's asked. While Brad rides out of the arena right there, we're just going to notate he is another one of our saddle sponsors, and he has been since we started doing the saddle. So we want to thank him. I failed to mention that with Quentin as well. He's always sponsored the saddle, but Brad and 40 Ranches has always sponsored the saddle from day one since we started doing the saddle, and we want to thank him. If you see him, please thank him for that. Okay, moving on to hip number 36 and 37. This ought to be quite the match in celery. Hip number 36 is Frenchman's Due. This is 2013 APHA gelding brought to us by JRL Livestock. He's by Frenchman's Moonbug, by Frenchman's Moonlight, by Frenchman's Guy. Barrel racers, pay attention. Digging for gold on the top as well. On the bottom, Zan Straight Nova by Straight War Leo by Straight from Texas, also Zan Streaking Dude on the bottom. He's 15-2 hands, they call him Cannon. He's big, he's pretty, he's a well-moving horse with tons of potential. He's been rode outside and ranched on. He turns head everywhere. He's by a Frenchman's Guy stud, out of a straight from a Texas breed cutting mare. He will make a big-time head horse or ranch horse, not a bronc, but not for a beginner rider either because he's very athletic and forward-moving. So if you're looking for a head horse, there he is right there. Hip number 37, this is Harry. He's a 2005 grade pony brought to us by Cobb Family Horses and Mules. Harry's the coolest, safest pony ever. He's a miniature gypsy banner. He loves his owner, Dally, who's riding in there. She is 2 years old. She catches him, loves leading him around and brushing him all his beautiful hair. She rides him daily. Loves showing her off to her older brothers and sisters. Her older sister Sydney uses Harry for some riding lessons. He's the one that gets the littlest, most beginner children. He absolutely would not hurt a fly and loves kids. He's looking forward to a new home with lots of little ones and gives rides. I want to mention while these two are out here too, JRL Livestock has brought us a lot of nice horses this year. I've been really excited about
this batch that they brought as well, and this is one, again, I mentioned it early on hip 7. You don't see very many buckskin paints, and there's 2 of them today. And boy, this one's really flashy with a nice pedigree, and in the prime of its life. Going back to saddle sponsors, our next saddle sponsor is Lugnut, or D.A. Turncoat. He's hit number 57 in the sale and by 6-shooter livestock. So they were a triple saddle sponsor in this one, and we want to thank them for that. That is the next one on our list. You look how that horse carried his head, working off his feet, spawning on his back end out of there. You can see, that's just a nice horse in the prime of his life. Moving on to hip number 38 and 39. This is Lucky's Copper Star, a 2017 AQHA gelding. Brought another one from Gene Hetlevet in the H2H Ranch with Quentin Osborne as the agent. He is by Hyrule and Lucky, by Hyrule and Roni, by Roan Prairie, also Yellow Joe Hancock on the top. On the bottom, out of Jackson's Copper Mist, by Zan's Gold Jackson, by Zan Gold Jack, also Yellow Joe Hancock on the bottom. It's a 15 3-hand, big, strong young gelding, extremely quiet and gentle, used all summer on the range, good to rope on, lopes nice circles, has a good handle. This gelding has a lot of travel and a smooth mover. You don't find this every day. He has been rode by kids, and nothing rattles this foal. I know, talking to Quentin, he's been really happy with this horse and how he's been all summer long. Gene's program just is constantly producing these nice horses. We're always excited to see him. Hip number 39, this is He's a Breezy Dash, 2009 AQHA gelding, brought to us by 6-shooter livestock. He is by Dual Dash, by Dual Jazz, by the Great Dual Pet. Also preferred pay on the top. On the bottom, out of Element Chantella, by Eminent Sun, by Secretariat. Also Doc's Jack Frost on the bottom. He's 15 hands, and if you're looking for something classy, big, gentle, pretty, super fancy to ride around, push button broke, you'll get noticed, stand out in the crowd, receive compliments type registered black gelding that is built like a Mack truck, and that is as fat as a stuffed butterball turkey. They call him Turtle. He's the real deal. He's an AQHA registered, superior names like Dual Pep, Secretariat, Doc's Jack Frost, and paid to turn and burn on his papers, and then you got something special. Turtle is special and has been a pleasure to be around. He should fit most any level rider. He has an explosive arena work, leads, flying lead changes, slide stop spin. He will still take you to Grandma's house through the woods. Just a plain nice horse. And since we're talking about saddle sponsors, he is the third with 6-shooter livestock saddle sponsor today. He is also a contributor to our saddle. So please, if you see 6-shooter, thank him for contributing to the saddle. Okay, moving on to hip number 40 and 41. Hip number 40, this is Radar. This is 2015 grade gelding brought to us by RMO Horses out of Midway, Utah. He's 15 hands, he's good looking, he's gentle, he's easy buckskin with a quiet way about him. Radar has been ridden all over the mountains. He's good on the trails, he's good out by himself. He will go anywhere you point him, crosses water, logs, goes where you ask, has no spook, no buck, great disposition, and a way about him. In the arena, he will pick up both leads, stop, blow up a nice circle. He's been around cattle and will work for you in the sorting, gathering, or ranch work. He's good to shoot, trailer, stand, and is good on the ground. And he's buckskin to boot that. Another nice horse from RMO that we're excited to have here. Hip number 41 is one I've been waiting to see in person. This is a really nice looking horse. I've been really looking forward to seeing her. This is Lily. This is a 2010 draft cross mare brought to us by Fred Wallace out of Colburn, Colorado. Lily's 10 years old. She's 16 one hand. She's half Percheron, half quarter horse, crossbred mare. She's been there, done it, rides and packs safe for anybody to ride, including a beginner. good on the mountain or in the arena. They raised her in Colorado, and she was a vital part of their business, cat track outfitters, as well as ranching. Lily can drag calves to the fire, doctor along with packing out elk and mountain lions. She's incredibly smart and willing to do whatever you ask of her. She's sure-footed and can flat travel all day long. She's very broke and will take care of the beginner. She's good to shoot, current on worming and 5-weight. She'd be a huge asset to anyone's program. Sire is a Saratobiana, son of rumor has it. Dash for cash breeding on the top, 3 bars breeding on the bottom. Dan was a dappled gray, Percheron gray mare. If you haven't seen the video on either of these horses, go watch them. Again, I've been excited to see both of them. I really like both of these horses. I just, again, can't say enough about how great of a selection of horses we have today. Going back to the sponsors, the next saddle sponsor is my real estate portion of our livelihood. I've recently relocated to Richfield, Utah. I like to specialize in horse properties and farm and hobby farms, but I can help you with any real estate needs. Again, we recently moved back to Richfield, and I'm hoping to really get established down here. So if you have a real estate need, please come and talk to me. I'd be glad to help you out throughout anywhere in the Utah area. Moving on to hit number 42 and 43. Hit number 42 is Snowman. This is 2013 Great Quarter Pony Gelding, brought to us by JR Livestock out of Weiser, Idaho. Snowman is 13 one hands. He's a great little horse. Seen lots of miles outside of the range, trails. Their son is using to gather and sort cattle all year and does awesome. Snowman is broke like a big horse, not soured up at all. He will lope circles in the arena, never switches his tail or gets ornery. Truly a good pony, one of the best they've ever been around. If you've got a small adult who wants a good one, buy Snowman. We watched Kim too in the team sorting yesterday. Go out and ride this horse with his dad and do the team sorting. I know talking to Jerry, he said this might be one of the best horses he brought today. Even though it's 13 one hands, he just couldn't say enough good. This size pony is hard to find. So pay attention to him if you're looking for something in those lines. Hit number 43, this is Dan. This is 2015 Great Gelding, brought to us by Mike Neville with Maria Childs as agent out of Worland, Wyoming. Dan is 15 hands. He's a trail horse deluxe. He's been all over the mountains of Wyoming and Montana. He's always the prettiest one there. He's a true blue roan and a puppy dog personality. He's an in-pocket type with a great mind. Dan has been rode and packed by all levels of riders. He's also been used moving cattle, down neck or plow reins. He's soft in the face, moves up the leg. Dan's easy to catch, stand for the farrier, and easy to load. He's young enough to go in any direction and wants to please. And he's blue roan. That's kind of the hot thing. And I walking through the trails the other day, I saw this horse and just was pretty impressed when I walked by him. He's put together well. You see how he's carrying his head there for nice collected lope. There's a nice gelding for you that's just beginning in life. Our last saddle sponsor we want to mention is Linda Noyes with Farm Bureau Financial Services. She's out of the Beaver office. She is here. They have one of the horses in the cell and was quick to jump and help sponsor our saddles. So if you see Linda, please go talk to her and say thanks for sponsoring the saddle. She is based out of Beaver and is down in this area, so she can help you out with some of your financial needs as well. Moving on to hit number, I believe hit number 44 is a scratch. Okay, yeah, hit 44 is a scratch. So we're on to 45 and 46. Hit number 45 is Luna. This is a 2008 Andalusian cross mare, brought to us by Adrian Madera out of Weiser, Idaho. Luna's 12-year-old quarter horse crossed with an Andalusian that has some size to her. She's been used on the trail by many different levels of riders. She's easy to catch and very friendly. She stands 14 3 hands. I also numbered this horse out there this morning talking with Adrian. I mentioned earlier, we've never had an Andalusian cross, and then in this sale we've got two. There's some nice, kind of cool horses. Do we have 2046 out there? We'll come back to 46. 47 is Six's Sun Dash. This is a 2013 AQHL brought to us by Compound Horses and Mules out of Weiser, Idaho. He is by Six's Sun Frost, by Six's Pick, by Tancred Gin, also Sun Frost on the top. On the bottom, out of Nurse Lulu by He's a Bold Man, by He's a Fast Man, also Twain's Dash on the bottom. Here's another one that's bred for some speed. Here's 15 3 hands, 2013. He's 7 years old. Pretty sorry to get sorrel gelding. He's a ranch trail riding deluxe. He weighs about 1,350 pounds. He's one of the safest mellow horses they've ever been around. Normally, he would not put a kiddo horse on this young, but Sonny is not a normal 7-year-old. Anyone can ride him. He is one of those laid-back, easygoing demeanors. Sonny has been used on a dude operation, leading pack strings, packing inexperienced guests in and out of the wilderness. They've used him on the ranch, and is good to brand and work cattle. He's good to catch and outstanding ground manners. Their family has really enjoyed him. Going back to 46, this is Ella. This is a 2017 grade mare brought to you by us, SMB Performance Horses. She's 15 hands. Ella's nicely put together, athletic 3-year-old. She is by Vintage Peppy, the Hip 31 horse. This is the last of our breeding program that we still have. Here's also, so her sire is also in the cell. It's out of a great mare that had a great disposition. Ella was started with about 35 rides as a 2-year-old, then laid off for the winter and spring to grow. She spent the summer with Quentin on a large ranch in Colorado where she was used to ride the ranges, doctor and brand. She has a big motor along with a level head and learns quick. She is ready to finish out and go in any direction you want. She would mature around 15-1, 15-2 hands. She's friendly, easy to catch, good to handle, loads and hauls great. Both her sire and her dam have great dispositions and good minds. It's the prospect that could go in about any direction and has her whole life ahead. I know, talking with Quentin, he said that he couldn't ask for more in a ranch horse out of this little mare, and has really enjoyed riding her. When we had her at home still, she just was as friendly as could be. She was quick to learn. I rode her mother as a 3-year-old, and her mother was just picked up anything and went along with whatever you asked, and she's got that disposition with the athleticism of Peppy. Just a great, nice little filly that's ready to go out and become something. Next catalog sponsor I want to talk about is High Quality Saddles. They've sponsored a couple of our sales this year. They're based out of Monroe, Utah. If you're looking for a good quality custom saddle, check out their ad, reach out to them. Dan and Ashley, they make great, nice saddles. And if you do, please thank them for sponsoring our catalog. Okay, moving on to hit number 48 and 50. Hit number 49 is a scratch for this sale. She will be back in our November sale. She got a bit of a cut a month ago. She's still healing up, and Carl wanted to make sure she's completely better before he settled her. So watch for her in our November online sale. She will be back there, but not here today. Hip number 48 is Ryder. This is a 2009 grade gelding brought to us by 6 Year Livestock. He's 15 hands. His name is Ryder because he rides. Nice turnarounds, hard to tuck, his butt stop, and one-handed rein. Fancy broke dude. He's 15 hands and 11 years old. He's family friendly and a lot gentle. Good, safe ride kind of guy. Hip number 50 is Triggered. It's a 2010 grade pony gelding brought to us by 40 Ranches, Bradford, Parma, Idaho. He's 12 2 hands. He's very stout, very gentle Palomino pony. He's been used on the guest ramps for 4 years. He's moved cattle. He's been started roping. He's been used extensively on the trails. He loves to be ridden bareback, and about anybody can ride him. He has many talents. He likes to look pretty. He will go all day and is very strong, good for kids and big enough for adults. Trigger's real, true family horse and cute to boot. I know Brad's had his granddaughter out riding this horse bareback, and posted a few videos on Facebook. You see the video on Facebook riding crossing the river. Again, you start looking for these kind of ponies, they're not easy to find. So when you do, you better snatch them up if you need one. Our next sponsor that I want to talk about is, again, Farm Bureau Financial Services, but it's Bruce Jones, Jason Durham, and up out of the Northern Utah offices. They got a vendor booth out here by the concessions. They gave away some gas cards tonight. They're going to give away some more tonight. Please go talk to them too and thank them for sponsoring our show.
I had Lance's little boy gonna ride his horse for me, but I lost him. So, but he'll ride in the sale, and it won't be this big guy riding. I'll put him in.
Okay, so he's going to get one of Lance's boys to come and ride that horse during the celery, so you can see. Again, he's had videos. Brad's granddaughter's probably what, 6? 4, and there's videos on Facebook of her riding just last week. Okay, moving on to hit number 52 and 53. Hit number 52, this is Teeny Little Storm. A 2017 APHA mare brought to us by Brett Sadie. Minnie's Little Storm is by, again, Brett Stud, Little Lena Moonshine, by Cass Moonshine, by Highbrow Cat. Also, Little Lena Legend. And I'm just going to point out again, if you haven't seen this stud, he's out here running barrels on him this morning. He was doing the trail course the other night. He rode this horse right here that he's on and sorting and did very well. I think he won the trail course on that stud. I don't know where he placed in the barrels this morning. I don't know whether he placed yesterday on this horse in the sorting, but I know when I walked out, he was in the top 3. So it just goes to show how his stud's an all-around, and this little mare is by him and no exception. She's out of Gossip, a formal rumor by Rumor Has It by Dash for a Lady. Also tied at Easy. Pretty from head to tail, this little filly likes the job, can really cover some ground. She has seen a bunch of outside miles, can long trot for miles. She is loping nice circles and getting a good start on barrels and poles. This mare is back from his breeding program, back from 1983. But a bunch of nice horses. And she's obviously not from 1983, but his breeding program he started back in 1983. And he's brought a lot of nice horses. If you don't know Brett, that's not a stretch of any imagination. Nice mare. Again, we saw her in the team sorting yesterday. She did a great job. Pay attention if you're looking for something nice and got a great handle. Hip number 53. This is Doc's Choice Slinky. It's a 2012 AQHA mare brought to us by Kyle Christensen out of West Bountiful. By Colonel's Double Doc, by Colonel's Team Adam, by Colonel Freckles, also Doc's Prescription on the top. So you have Colonel Freckles and Doc's Prescription on the top side. On the bottom, out of SR Watch Me Play by Lena Wood and Gold, by Lena Wood Gold, and also SR Instant Choice on the bottom. There's a 14 two-hand, 1,050-pound mare, beautiful, highly athletic, finished heel horse, starting as a sorting horse, very well, broke, side passes, moves, leg pressure, reins, has a big, nice stop. If you haven't seen the video on this horse, you're looking for a heel horse, go watch it. Unfortunately, we were not able to get horned cattle here this weekend. And we tried hard, but just weren't able to make it happen. But make sure you go watch the video. This nice little mare, there's several runs of her heeling in there. You can see him working the rope. We may follow the sled with her in a bit. But if you're looking for a finished heel horse, go watch that video. She's right here in front of you. That's a nice mare. She's only 8 years old. And she's ready to go. And as I mentioned, started on the sorting and the other stuff as well.
Hey Marcus,
Yeah.
can you announce something?
Yeah.
There's a white truck with a brown trailer, license plate 0G3EB, that needs to be moved. They have somebody blocked in.
There is a white truck in the parking lot hooked to a brown trailer. License plate is OG3EB. So Oscar Golf 3 Echo Bravo. You are blocking somebody else in. Please go move your vehicle. Moving on to hit number 54 and 55. Hip number 54 is Copper Wiz Hancock. This is 2017 AQHA mare. Another one from Gene Heffelman and the H2H Ranch with Quentin Osborne as the agent. This is Copper Wiz Hancock by High Driftin' Hancock by Frosty's War Chief by War Conchio. Also High Rollin' Rolling on the top. On the bottom, out of Rollin' Copper Jet by Rolling Jacks Copper by High Rollin' Rolling again on the bottom, and also Zangold Jackson. It's a good looking yellow filly. She stands 15 hens. Super Cali, lots of fun to rate. This young mare is roped and doctored countless yearlings this summer, drug caps for fire as well as been all over the mountain. She's a big time rope prospect or barrel horse. She wants to ride around for more, and she, we watched her in the team sorting as well. She did a great job yesterday. I know again, talking with Quentin, just another nice prospect coming out of Gene's program. Just can't say enough about how nice that program is and how much we've had people just thrilled to have these horses. Hip number 55 is Little Smoke Jedi, a 2008 AQHA gelding brought to us by Terrence Bell out of Farron, Utah. Little Smoke Jedi is by Smoke Jedi, by Hollywood Smoke, by Mr. Gunsmoke. Also Continental King on the top. On the bottom, out of Burwell's Little Susie by Catalina, by Hyda's Little Pet. Also Doc Sidewinder on the bottom. So you got Mr. Gunsmoke, Hollywood Smoke, and Hyda's Little Pet all on this horse's papers. It's a 14-2 hand, 2008 bay gelding. He's been used for trail riding and ranch work. He crosses water in deadfall. He's a great horse, loves to go, no lameness or health problems. He's sound and ready to go to work. And another one that I'm just looking at, just nice, good, solid, well put together gelding. You see how he tucked his head there when she's backing him up. Got a little chrome down there around his feet. Another great, nice horse. Okay, for our last catalog sponsor, we want to thank Lucky Boy Farms. They're an AQHA Foundation bred Grula quarter horses up out of Tremont, Utah. If you're looking for a Grula or similar color, reach out to Larry up there at Lucky Boy Farms. He's got a nice breeding program that throws a lot of color you can go look at and see. And if you go up there and talk to him, please thank him for sponsoring our catalog. Hip number 56 and 57. Hip number 56 is Smart Hobolina. They call him Hank. He's a 2012 AQHA gelding brought to us by Todd Founding Horses and Mules. He's by A Little Black Light, by Black Littlina, by the Great Smart Littlina. Also, Doc Bar Gem on the top. On the bottom, out of Kelvin Clever Checks, by Fame Checks, by King Fritz. Also, the Great Bueno Checks on the bottom. He's 15 hands. He's classy, dappled buckskin. He's soft, smooth lope, and big stops. For the past 5 years, he's been on cattle operation in large ranches in Idaho and Nevada. Saddle him up and go do a day's work. Hank is easy to catch. Suck the cinch into him and step on. Never a hump or a buck in him. He's a great partner and to sort pairs, gather yearlings, brand doctor in the pasture. Their daughters have recently been showing him on the barrel pattern and he's coming along nicely. Whatever needs done, he's willing to do the job. Hank's a solid to rope on in the arena. He's brave and confident outside. Nothing bothers him, and he will go where you send him. He's quiet, gentle, and easy to handle. Always good to ride and a perfect gentleman. On the ground, Hank has all the parts. He's prime age and right color. He's a super nice all-around gelding. Another one that did the trail course the other night multiple times, and he was out doing the team sorting yesterday, so we got to see him in both places. And he did well with live stream both with him. Hip number 57 is D.A. Turncoat. They call him Ludnut. He's a 2015 AQHA gelding brought to us by 6 Year Livestock. He's by Hey Streaking Gray, by Hey Don't You Love Me, by Don't You Love Quincy. Also Smooth High Rocket on the top. On the bottom, out of LB Serene Joni, by Serene Dude, by Odie's Classic Dude. Also Smooth Chico on the bottom. He's 15 hands. He's registered handsome gray gelding. They call him Ludnut. He's right at 15 hands with a good body, bone, and foot. He'll be everyone's friend and favorite at the barn when you see him and you meet him. Ludnut is a friendly guy, and for sure checking on him, you won't He'll be for sure checking on what you're doing. He comes over for you to scratch and really brightens everybody's day. He rides quiet and easy, carries his head flat with his back. He's been used around cattle and been in the woods, muddy pastures, crosses water, and will ride with or without another horse around. He saddles up like a gentleman. Lug nut does not need an owner's manual to operate. He's simple and easy. Point, kick, and go. Tug to stop, back. You won't miss. Don't miss on this one. If you're needing a family horse or wife or mother, he's your guy.
Daddy, do you move this?
Make a note in your catalog. Hit number 58 is a scratch. She got a puncture earlier in the week. Mike wants to let her get filled up before he sells it. Hit number 59 and 60. Hit number 59 is Chase. He's a 2014 grade gelding brought to us by Carl Ackerman out of Alliance, Nebraska. He's 16 two hands. If you're looking for something big, flashy, and means all business, then Chase is your guy. Chase is 1,175-pound businessman. He has been likely started on the barrel pattern. He's seen many miles on the feed yard ranch, and don't forget about the trails. Chase is best suited for an intermediate to experienced rider because he's all about work and there to do his job and please. Chase is fancy broke and rides around with a great handle, soft in the face and ribs, as well as very responsive, quick and fast on his feet. He's great, powerful stop, wicked turnaround. He shoots with ease and loads backside of trailer ties and bays. Another one that did the team sorting yesterday, if you were watching, and we got some live video of that as well. Hit number 60 is Chisholm. If you're a John Wayne fan, you better pay attention. Chisholm is a 2009 grade gelding brought to us by RMO Horses out of Midway, Utah. He's 15 two hands. He's a nice made gelding. He's a seasoned using horse. John Wayne would have been proud to ride him. Mountains, trails, ranch, whatever. He will ride where you need to go. Nice big mover. He stays broke, knows his job, will take care of his rider. Stout, strong. One for a lot of people to enjoy. He's got years of experience and is in the prime of his life. Loads, hauls, and stands, work cattle, knows what a rope is, will ride out with big walk and know where you want and go where you want him to go. Long story made short, this is a good gelding. They've got acquaintance that ran her own ranch, 300 pairs in Wyoming, at the age of 75. She had an accident years ago and has been a little struggle trying to mend. She called him this spring and said she needed to sell her horses, that she just can't ride anymore. The day they picked this horse up was a sad day for her to say goodbye to some good, honest, broke horses from an honest rancher. She rode a good horse, and she knew what she liked to ride. He's got an old scar on his back left from wire, but it's never bothered him. The only hole in this gelding is that he's not the best to shoe. A good farrier can get it done okay, but it takes a little patience. Don't let you stop this from owning him. He's been there, done that gelding. Now, I talked to Joe a little bit about that yesterday, and he's worried that some people got scared off by that, but he's not that bad. He just wants to be upfront and honest with you about it. So don't let that scare you off. He's not bad. He's not going to hurt you. He just, again, takes a little bit of patience on that. We're out of sponsors, but we want to take a minute to thank Lance Miller and Triple C for accommodating us and all they do to make this event happen. We want to thank Jessica Miller and Triple Turn Productions for putting on a great barrel race through the weekend. And we want to thank Priscilla Shadow for putting on the trail and the team sorting. All great events this weekend. We really enjoyed it. We always look forward to this sale. And we want to thank everybody that's contributed to make it happen.
Hey, thanks to you for coming.
Moving on to hit number 61 and 62.
Hip number 61 is Clyde. This is a 2010 grade gelding brought to us by Kyle Mowers out of Junction, Utah. He's a 15 hand, been the main horse on the hunting and outfitting business for the past 5 years. He will cross anything, pack out animals, pack out horns, drag logs, travel out like a champ. He crosses water, goes through deadfall like a pro. He hauls well and is excellent to shoe. They've never put dudes on him, but only because he likes to ride him so much. His 12-year-old daughter has ridden him. He's not a horse you have to pedal down the trail. He hobbles, and he's been out on elk care. He's roped cows out on the trails. They've used Clyde to snub horse colts. He's not a spooky horse. They hate to see him go, but they need to ride the younger ones, and they won't ride him. They won't ride the younger ones if he's still around. Hip number 62 is Nuke. This is a 2013 draft cross gelding brought to us by Priscilla Shadow out of Orderville, Utah. He's 15-2 hands. He's 2013, so he's 7 years old. He weighs about 1,300 pounds. Nuke is friendly and easygoing. He's soft in the bridle and has a big stop. They've used him to start colts. He's great in the arena, out on the trails, in town, packing, camping in the mountains. They've rode many miles on him, over the mountains and in the desert, and enjoy every single step of it. He's crossed rivers, deadfall, bridges, ditches. He doesn't miss a step in rough country and will go all day long, and more. He loads, ties, hobbles, bays, high lines, and stands for the farrier. He's been all over town. They've carried flags on him. He'll pick you up off the fence or a mounting block. Will drop you off on them as well. He's an all-around sweet gelding that will always be looking to please. He meets you at the gate with sweet little knickers. Anytime you go to the barn, he will make a great addition to any family.
What's the Apple Research horse's name? What's the Apple Research horse's name?
Nuke.
What?
Nuke.
Is that the horse that was being sold?
Okay, moving on to hip number 63 and 64.
Time?
Hip number 63 is He's a Jolly Frenchman. This is a 2016 AQHA gelding brought to us by JR Livestock out of Weezer, Idaho. He's by Captain Frenchman's SMD, by Frenchman's Falcon, by Frenchman's Guy. Also Captain's Biancas on the top. On the bottom, out of Candy Dandy Deck by Macho Super Time, by Macho Devil. Also DD Cox on the bottom. This is a 15-2 hand gelding. They call him Sonny. He's been in Megan's hands for 2 years, and this is a very nice horse. She has a great foundation out on the ranch and going in the arena. He's extremely well. He's doing extremely well in the barrel pattern and is ready for 2021 futurities. Also started on slow cattle and on the head side as well, and has branded lots of cattle. Sonny's extremely nice prospect with a ton of speed and talent. So you can buy him today and bring him back next year and run him the futurity right here. Hip number 64 is Jerry. This is a 2002 grade gelding brought to us by SMB Performance Horses. Jerry's 15-1, 2002 gelding. He's big, solid gelding with straight legs and solid feet. He's countless miles put on the mountains, both riding and packing. He's taking care of less experienced drivers to pack their elk. He has a kind eye, saddles up good, loads, hauls good, and is good with his feet. And experienced in the hills. He's been with Quentin Osborne on the ranch all through Colorado this summer, getting used and legged up. He'll be ready to go on the hunts. He's a good one-handed neck rein and will work off your feet. He's soft in the face and can really travel out. He's great health and plenty of mileage left in him to make someone a great mountain or trail horse. We really like this horse and how he's worked and kind of his disposition, and just we stepped on him this spring after he'd been sitting all winter and rode off like he'd been ridden yesterday. So just a good, nice, solid mountain horse, trail horse to take him out and use him on the ranch.
That girl does that. Mommy's. Daddy, is that Bay the horse that you just sold? That big. Okay. I think so sad. I think so sad.
Okay, moving on to hip number 65 and 66. You know, I just keep saying about unique horses in this cell. Boy, we're excited about this bunch, but if you take a look at 65, we've got two like this in this cell, three almost. It's funny how they kind of come in pairs or triplets, but here's a horse that you're not going to see every day. He's Tallahatchie. He's a 2011 draft cross gelding. He's brought to us by 14 inches out of Parma, Idaho. He's 17 hands. He's 9 years old. He's very big. He's very athletic. He's a gentle gelding. He's 9 years old, weighs 1,700 pounds. He's always willing to stand on, to get on. Started stretching out so you can get on easier. He's going where you point him, and his one-handed neck rein and is soft in the mouth. He moves off your leg in comfortable ground covering gait. He also holds his gait to the pace you want. He goes through water, steps over downfall, and he's covered hundreds of miles, and he's back to the country trails. Been packed on, will stand out for hours, easy to shoe, doesn't mother up, and always fun to ride. Anyone can ride him. I forgot to mention this earlier on Brad's horses. All of Brad's horses have pre-purchase exams on them. The pictures are up on our webpage. And on the Autria page, you can read what his vet wrote, but all of his horses and his mules had pre-purchase exams coming in. He went the extra mile to go do that. So if you haven't seen him, you can go take a look at that. He also rode this horse the other night to set the trail course. See him working the diagonal there, but he came out and set the trail course for everybody through. We live streamed that. He went right through it like he'd been there a million times. You could probably hook onto the arena with that rope right there and pull it right off the foundation with that horse. Yeah, I think he placed in the top 3 or 4 on that trail challenge as well. And if you didn't see that, I mean, he did just go through and set it and did as well as anybody. Better than most, in fact. And that just, I was standing over next to that horse the other night. He's almost as wide as he is tall. I think you might could get 2 out on that horse and not have an issue. Hip number 66 is Lena. This is a 2014 APHA mare brought to us by 6 Year Livestock. She's by Lucky Buddy Bright, by Lucky to Be Gold, by Gold Peace. Also Sunny Goes Lucky on the top. On the bottom, out of Lena Naleen. Also My Momentum and Sugar Bowl. Q-Ton Mark also on the bottom. She's 14-3 hands. She's solid paint. I think I said AQHA, but it's APAK, sorry. She's solid paint, registered mare. They call her Barbie. She's fancy broke, as one can get on. A sweetheart to truly cut a cow and will serious ride around. If you want a weekend sorting a cutting horse to have a good time and show off, then Barbie's your girl. She has been good out on the trails as well as in the arena. She's fun to ride, 4-H, high school rodeo, or adult riding club, heck, even a breed show. And she'll get you noticed. Even gentle enough to teach your kids how to cut, broke, gentle, rides, sweet to be around, all around niceness. She also was in the sorting yesterday, if you were out there watching, and I think we live streamed. I think she was in the sorting video that we did with Pretty Boy.
Which one's Barbie?
They want to try it now.
And just fill it out?
Okay, hips number 67 and 68. Hip number 67 is Rooster. This is a 2007 grade gelding brought to us by Compounding Horses and Mules out of Weiser, Idaho. He's 14-2 hands. He's a kid's horse deluxe. He's absolutely dog-proof. Everyone loves riding Rooster. They know he knows all kinds of game events, barrels, poles, flag race, goats, you name it, he's done it. Rooster's been an absolute gem for their kids out on the trail and on the ranch and in the arena. He has been to countless parades and has packed lots of plaques and is out in the arena. Rooster has been used as a lesson horse, teaching kids and games in general horsemanship. He is super friendly, great ground manners, and he's definitely family favorite. I know Matt was planning on having one of his kids run barrels on that horse this morning. I didn't see, so I don't know if that happened, but I know that's just another one you see. Valley again, their 2-year-old sitting on him in the picture. Just a nice, pretty, good, solid gelding. Hip number 68 is Due. It's a 2004 grade gelding brought to us by Carl Ackerman out of Alliance, Nebraska. He's 14.2 hands, 1,000 pounds, and he's a sweetheart. He's super laid back, easygoing gentleman, super broke, and has been there, done that, and roped both ends. He's been in the feedlot, done all aspects of ranch work. He will even pack the kids or beginners. They can't say enough good about this nice little gelding. He's soft in the face with a nice turnaround, decent stop. He bays, loads, shoes, and hauls phenomenally. Another nice, good, solid gelding from Carl. Again, I mentioned earlier, you just know they got miles on him, and Carl makes his living on the back of a horse, so you know he's got the miles. Okay, moving on to hip number 69 and 71. Hip number 69 is Rooster. It's a 2007 grade gelding brought to us by Keaton Phillips out of Ontario, Oregon. He's 15 hands, has tons of miles of experience. He's been used on the ranch, Brandon Pan Mountains, and many trails. Rooster is fun to ride and it's used for everything. I failed to mention earlier when Keaton was in here. Keaton, I think, has been to every sale this year as well and bought us a lot of nice horses. He does a great job. He is another one that spends a lot of time on the back of a horse doing day work up there, helping to support his college career. Hip number 71 is Little Chunk of Booger. This is a 2010 AKHA gelding brought to us by Bradford Richmond out of Farron, Utah. He's by Bugachecks, by Booger Nick, by Reminick, the great Reminick. Also Smoke Checks on the top. On the bottom, out of Tinky Peppy, by Bear Peppy, by Jose Peppy, also by Enlar Sinbar. This is a 15-hand gelding. He's 10 years old. They've owned this horse for 6 years. He's worked for a cattle association as their summer herder. He spent about 4 months on the mountain. This horse gets used at least every 3 days. The horse is packed salt, fencing equipment, roped calves, doctored and drugged calves to the branding fire, sorted cattle in the sorting pen, ridden deserts, mountains throughout his lifetime. He's solid, gentle, and reliable, good to shoot, and will load. He's worked for anyone. He's a full-time ranch cowboy to a 10-year-old in the riding club. He's the ideal horse for anybody to go and work on. You cannot go wrong with this horse. I know talking with Brad this morning, we were talking about this horse. You know, one of the things that I tell people a lot is the days of lots of miles getting put on young horses on ranches have almost gone with four-wheelers and ATVs and UTVs. But here's one that has truly been out and used and got the miles like the old ranch horses we used to see. That's what, in my opinion, if you're going to go look for a good, solid, all-around horse, that's what you look for, is those miles and wet saddle blankets. Here he is. He's Bay Rome. On top of all that, he's registered. This is a nice gelding. See how he tucks his head right there, backing up and just listening and paying attention to her. That's a nice gelding. Okay, moving on to hip number 72. Hip number 72. Is she coming? We have 72 out there. Hey, Lance. Did he want the Smartie? Did he want the Smartie when you talked to him?
Yeah, I can.
Did ask him? Well, where's Brazil?
Kyle Christensen, can I get you by the crow's nest?
I gotta go hook him on.
He wasn't. Hey, Lance. He wasn't 100% sure because he's never tracked one, so I need to ask him if he wants to do it. I just called him. Kyle Christensen.
What number is it?
Oh.
I can call him.
Okay, I'm not seeing hit number 72 coming in, so we'll get to see here in the cell ring. We're going to go down and get started for prepping for the last little bit for the cell ring. Consigners, you're welcome to come in and ride in the arena while we're doing our final preparations. We will start the cell time right at 2:30.
Hey, I don't know if you wanted. Did you see the text I sent you?
About 45 minutes.
You didn't want to say anything. Okay.
About 45 minutes.
Yeah, about 40, 45. I like 71, man.
We get a lot of riders out here, just let it run. We honestly, if we keep that running all the way through cell, as long as I think we got somebody live to see, we don't need to worry about color reads. We won't have to change it over. We can just leave it. Assuming that YouTube doesn't have issues. No, we might have a live soon. And if we do, but maybe we better switch because I have one scheduled on YouTube and it might fail. So maybe let it run until 2 o'clock and then shut it down and then we'll start. For those on the live feed for the preview, we were going to let this run for till 2 o'clock just so you can see any of these consigners that come out and ride around and watch them for yourself. We will then shut down the live feed and start back up at 2:30 with the sale.
Marcus, do you want me to pull my 4-wheeler on and hook it on? If someone wants to do that,
Never met a girl that likes salad as much as you.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Oh, I was just texting you. You saw that, right?
I don't have my phone.
So people are asking how we can get that audio.
We can't. They're just gonna have to